Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. So yesterday was a really hectic day. I did not expect to return home so late, and what I did, my sons were sitting and watching the football match, and it was really funny because they were so agitated, and whenever I stepped out, I could hear the screams outside from my house and from other houses around. Like everybody was watching the game, and the shouts were all over the neighborhood. So it was really funny, but the game ended very late and I was really tired, so I couldn't do any readings yesterday. Anyway, this morning I am going to do at least 2 readings. I hope that I will manage to do one more, but I'm not sure. And the first one is about William. Now, Harry claims that William was very angry at him in the Sandringham summit, and he was shouting and he was angry, and Harry was actually afraid of him. So, do I believe that William was angry? Actually, absolutely. Do I believe that that William was shouting? Yeah. If you remember, the Sussexes announced their departure a day before Kate's birthday. So the Sandringham summit happened around Catherine's birthday. And instead of celebrating her birthday with her, William had to sit with his father and his grandmother and talk about everything that is connected with Harry and his childish demands from the royal family and everything that is connected to that. And I can believe that William was angry at his brother for wanting to leave the royal family and wanting to drop everything and not willing to do the sacrifices that he believes that as a born royal, he has the privileges that born royals have, but also it comes with all sorts of duties. Like all of us, we are born with all sorts of privileges and duties as depending on when and where we are born. Anyway, so I do believe that he was angry, but I don't believe that Harry was squeamish and afraid of him. And I don't believe that he was angry with no reason. I believe that he was angry with a very good reason. And what can I tell you? I can tell you a story of me and my brother as kids. We had this round table at my parents' dining room, and one day my mother came back from work and found me and my brother chasing one another with knives. And today me and my brother are best friends. I mean, this is why my one of my brother, and I have another brother that still reminds me how I used to bully him as a child when he was a child. I mean, I was 10 years old when he was born, and I felt like his mother, so I was trying to educate him, and he was feeling bullied. So, but still today all 3 of us are cooperating with taking care of our mother, and we are all very good friends. So, you don't have to feel grudges when you have arguments with your brother. But I'm going to concentrate on Prince William's anger, because I believe that this is something that he needs to deal with, and he needs to feel how to know how to deal with that. And this is a reading for William, and I'm going to end this with a few SOS questions that are going to check all sorts of claims, especially the tweet claim, the tweet claim, not tweet, I'm sorry, the text claim, whether or not William texted a bad text to Harry after the Oprah interview, because as far as I understand, at least and according to Neil Sean, there is no recollection of this text, as there is no recollection of Beyonce in her team of a text to Meghan after the Oprah interview. Okay, so let's start by my disclaimer. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourself. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that this is the pocket-sized deck of the Tarot Original 1909. And this is actually a very greenish tarot, and you will see why I'm telling you that, because this is a very green-colored tarot deck, but it is the Rider-Waite tarot. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Sorry. Okay. So let's start with asking Prince William's anger. What is the cause of the anger? How can he handle the anger? What can he do to get over the anger, and what is the advice that we can give him? Prince William's anger, how does it affect him? What can he do to overcome his anger, and what kind of advice can we give him? What is the cause of his anger, and why is it affecting him, and what can we advise him on how to manage his anger? Okay, so let me just check the spread. Okay, so I'm cutting it into 3, and the first card is the cause of the anger, and the card that I'm getting here is the Ace of Cups, and it actually came in reverse. And it's probably because the whole deck is in reverse, yeah? But never mind, because the Ace of Cups is a card that shows that William is very much emotional. And this card is a card of emotions. It shows that he was very much emotional around everything that is connected to Harry's departure. It hit him in his in his nerves. Now, this can be regarding the slight to Catherine in the way that they acted towards her birthday, and the way that she actually was photographed crying in a car at the date of her birthday, and this is really unforgivable. So this could be one thing, but this could actually be, but because he felt that he was losing his brother, who used to be his best friend, and this is not a very nice thing to. This is really a very emotional thing to feel, and as I can tell you that as a sister, for me to feel that I'm losing my brother, that would be very emotional. So yeah, this is a very emotional thing. Now, when we're looking at this card, in the upright or in the reverse, it doesn't really matter. It is showing us fears. It's showing us that letting emotions control you. And this is, in a way, at that time, in the Sandringham Summit, William let his emotions control him. He was angry and he let his emotions control him, and that was why he was shouting. And totally believe that he was shouting. I totally believe that he was angry. He let his emotions control him because he was afraid. He was afraid that he was losing his brother. He was afraid and he was afraid from what is coming up next. And he was right to be afraid. We all saw what happened next. So this is why he was angry. So that is the first question, the first card. Now the second card is, why is it affecting him? So why was he so affected? And what I'm getting here is the King of Pentacles. So William is going to be the king one day. The King of Pentacles is like a king before he becomes the king. The King of Pentacles is the general manager. This is someone who is very much independent, someone who knows how to work, someone who is thinking about work, thinking about this is about the firm. This is about thinking about the firm, thinking about the royal family as the conglomerate that it is. And in one aspect, he was thinking about the royal family as the firm that it is, and about his future role as king, about the fact that Harry was supposed to be there for him, to help him, to support him. So that was why it was affecting him, because he was thinking about the time when he will be king and when his brother will not be on his side, will not be there to support him. So that was the time, that was why he was so angry. That was why it affected him so much. Okay. So, next card is, why is Prince William so frustrated? So what is making him so frustrated? And we get the Emperor. And the Emperor is actually, at that time, was the Queen. And the Queen was the Emperor. She was the one who controlled the material world. And I believe that Prince William saw the slight to the Queen. He saw how the Queen was treated by Prince Harry, and he resented that. Now, the Emperor is also now King Charles, and I believe that is also making William very frustrated when he sees how King Charles is being treated by Harry today. How King Harry is calling King Charles actually a liar in this documentary, or lie-commentary as I still call it. How they are slighting him, how they are inventing stories about him. And this is really, this is why he's so frustrated, because he cannot come out and say the truth, because the Emperor, which is right now his father and his grandmother beforehand, is not allowing that, because there is still that convention of never explain, never complain. It's still there. So as much as William would like to come out with the truth, they are not allowing that. So this makes him very much frustrated. Okay. Next card is, how can he move past his anger? And what I'm getting here is the Sun, which is quite interesting because the Sun is the father card. And the Sun is also a card that is calling Prince William to look at his own happiness, to look towards his own family, his own abundance, not to look at the things that he doesn't have, to look at the things that he does have. But it's a happy card. It's a wealth card. It's the father card. And he's close to his father, and he needs to be closer to his father. He needs to protect his father. He needs to be, in a way, let's say that way, to foster his relationship with his father. So this is one thing that he should do, and this is one thing that can help him to move past his anger. So this card comes here, and the last card is the advice, and the advice is the Ten of Swords. And this is a good advice, actually, because the Ten of Swords is a card that is telling Prince William, right now, this is how you feel. You feel in the rock bottom place. You feel that you have been treated badly by your brother. You feel that he has stabbed you in the back over and over and over again. But the Ten of Swords is the card of being able to rise above it and to look at the sunlight that is coming upon you. Look at the rise of the new day. This is the card that it's much better than the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords is justified worry with no possibility of looking at a better future. This card is telling Prince William that what he needs to do is get up, take out all of those swords from his back, get up and look at the sunlight that is coming, look at the rise of the next day, and realize that the future is better than what he thinks. And realize that the royal family can go forward without Harry, without Meghan. He doesn't need them, and he can look on the rise of a new day. He can look at the horizon and look at the future of the royal family and learn from whatever happened with Harry, and learn from the mistakes that were done with Harry, so that he won't be repeating them with his own children. So this is about a person that has done a mistake. He's now in the rock bottom place. He's now went through a storm, but he has gone through the storm, and the storm has passed. And now he can get up and look at the new day that is coming, and he can look at the future and not repeat from the mistake, because he has learned from the mistakes that were done. So this is a great advice for Prince William, because he can learn from the mistakes that were done by his grandmother, by his father, those mistakes that allowed Harry to reach that place that he is where he is now, and not repeat them. Okay, so that's the main reading. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do 2 SOS readings. First, I'm going to ask whether or not the fact that Harry and Meghan threw William under the bus is actually a vindication for the fact that he came forward and he came to talk to Harry when the bullying allegations started. And if you remember, Jason Knopf said that, or it was in the Tom Bauer book, that when the bullying allegations started, Jason Knopf wrote a memo, and at first Harry asked him not to send it, but when things got really bad, Jason Knopf did send it, and it reached William, and William came to speak to Harry to tell him that this is not a way to treat staff. So is this a vendetta against Prince William because he got involved in those bullying allegations? So let's clear the deck and ask. Okay, so is Prince Harry going after his brother because he got involved when the bullying allegations started against Meghan? Is Prince Harry throwing his brother under the bus because he got involved when the bullying allegation started against the wife? Did Harry throw his brother under the bus because he got involved while the bullying allegations started against Meghan Markle? Okay, so cutting once and taking 3 cards. And the answer is in the middle. And what I'm getting here is death. So death is mostly a message card. It's not giving us a yes or no. What it does telling us is that there was a very major change here, a major change in the way that Harry saw William after William got involved in the bullying allegation, but it doesn't tell us whether or not it was a vendetta. But when you look at death, you can also look that, well, you know, it does give us different vibes. But let's see what the cards on the side say. So here we see the Queen of Pentacles, which is the queen herself at that time. But it also what Meghan wants to reach. She wants to become the Queen of Pentacles. She wants that financial independence. She wants to be the shopkeeper. So it looks like Harry wanted the change. He wants to become the queen, to become financial independent. And as many people said, that Meghan and Harry wanted to be the king and queen of the Commonwealth, and this could very much signify that. And on the other side, we have the 7 of Swords. So I will say that no, this was not a vendetta. This was a very calculated and very much a calculation, and this is a strategy. This card is a card of strategy. This is a card of calculation. Could be a conniving card as well. And as you can see, he's going away from the death card, but he's looking at it. And the death card is going away from the strategy card because he doesn't want to tell us that it's all a strategy, but it's all a strategy because they wanted to become the king and queen of the Commonwealth. They wanted to become financially independent. And the fact that Prince William and King Charles were not willing to let them to be half in, half out as they wanted, jeopardized their plan. And because of that, they could not become the king and queen of the Commonwealth as they wanted, and they had to start thinking about other ways of making money. Okay, so that was one thing. And the other question is, did Prince William really send a text message to Harry after the Oprah interview? Or let's say, did he actually send a vile text message after the Oprah interview? Okay, so let's clear the deck. Okay, so did Prince William send a vile text message to Harry after the Oprah interview? Did Prince William send a vile text message to Harry after the Oprah interview aired? Did Prince William send a vile text message to Harry? Sorry. did Prince William send a vile text message to Harry after... So I don't know what happened to my hands today, they are slippery. Once again, did Prince William send a vile text message to Harry after the Oprah interview aired? So once again, cutting once and asking the question. Taking 3 cards. And the answer is in the middle. So the answer is maybe. The 3 of Pentacles is actually a yes card, but it is mostly a yes with a question mark, because it is about wait a minute. Because it's actually about recognition. I always forget that word, recognition and reward. So it is a yes card, but it is also a card that shows us that it wasn't Prince William by himself. It was some kind of, let's say, a brainstorming of some people. Could be the press people, could be some kind of someone from the PR office. It wasn't him by himself sending that message, and I'm not so sure that it was a vile message, because this card is about recognition and reward. So it is about recognizing maybe some of the grievances that Harry said in that interview. This is also maybe asking Harry how much money did he get to sell out his family like that. I don't know. Let's see what we get in the side. So here we have the 2 of Cups, which is a card that speaks about being more active, not waiting to be suited, not waiting to be courted, but to be the suitor, to be the one who courts, to be the one who sends the message. So yeah, probably William did send a message, or at least someone on his behalf sent a message, because this card is showing us, and just see that none of those people are looking at one another. So there is complete estrangement, but it looks like someone from William's camp decided that there is no way that they are staying silent, and they are not staying passive, and they are being active and sending this text to Harry and telling him something about it, asking him maybe, how much money did you make in order to sell your family in this way? Let's see what we have on this way. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is the mystery card. This is the card of secrets. So yeah, probably the text message was around selling family secrets, selling all sorts of information that was probably confidential, and probably that was the text message. And I guess that was the worst thing in that text message, asking Harry, how much money did you get to sell your family secrets, to sell your family in this Oprah interview? So this is the tarot. So William, or someone from William's camp, did send a text message to Harry. Probably wasn't so vile, but it probably was someone who asked him how much money he got to sell his family in this way. And as Neil Sean said, the scene in which Harry shows that text message to his wife was probably directed and not a real thing that just happened to be that way. Okay, so we're getting closer to the holiday season. Here, Hanukkah's already started. Yesterday we lit the first candle, and next week I suppose it's going to be Christmas. So I am starting with at least the holiday oracle decks, and I will go on with the more festive or more holiday connected or winter connected tarot decks later on this week. So this is the Crystal Grid Oracle with advice from Prince William. So let's clear the deck. Advice for Prince William, advice for Prince William. And we're getting this rebirth, Malachite, 22. Okay, so this is Menalite. With a morganite, aquamarine, quartz, and optical calcite. It doesn't really matter, but Menalite is a stone of rebirth. It's a metamorphosis is happening. So even if you do not understand what it means, thank the universe for the opportunity for growth. With great change comes great reward, a new way of living, a new way of thinking. And it speaks about being able to mold and change your life. And what it does say is just do not become stuck being something you're not. Let change happen and see what you become. Okay, so this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.